Welcome back to another MCC analysis and history video. I'm the host Seapeekay, and today I'm going to be walking you guys through the top 10 highest scoring teams of all time so far. Now, if you're watching this after Season 2 has started, or even after Season 2 has finished way in the future, then this is specifically since MCC Season 1 started and MCC Season 1 finished. In this video, I'm going to be telling you the team, the score, what MCC it was in, the players that were on that team, their best game, and their worst game. Now, the best and worst, I've decided to go on unmultiplied coins earned in the game, because if I do multiplied coins, it's almost always going to be the last game you play because of the 3 times multiplier. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're excited for MCC to come back. I know I am, and I really can't wait anymore. It's been months and I've got nothing left. And without further ado, let's get into the top 10 highest scoring teams of all time. Coming in at number 10, it's the Yellow Yaks from MCC 5. They got a score of 21,830 and 2 of their players were in the top 10. The players on the team were myself, Seapeekay, Shovel, Quig, and S Major, also known as MCC Organizer. The Yellow Yaks' best game was Survival Games, where they earned 2,230 unmultiplied coins, and their worst game was Sands of Time, where they only earned 369 coins. This team did go on to win Dodgebolt 2-0. That's something that's worth noting. Not all of these teams won Dodgebolt. They might have got a really high score, but they don't always win Dodgebolt. Coming in at number 9, it's the Green Guardians from MCC 4, who gained 21,846 points and again had 2 players in the top 10. This team consisted of Vicstar, Pizza Hut, Michael McChill, and King Buren. Their best game was the Marmite of MCC, Big Sales at Build Mart, where they gained 1,576 unmultiplied coins. And their worst game as a team was Survival Games, where they only gained 770 coins. This team went on to lose Dodgebolt 2-0, but they actually weren't the highest scoring team in that MCC. You'll find out more about that a little later on. Number 8 was the Blue Bats of MCC 3. They earned a very healthy 22,665 points, and they're the first team today that had all 4 players be in the top 10. This team consisted of Captain Sparkles, Kratzy, Krinios, and Solidarity. The best game for these guys was Skyblockle, with a whopping 2,070 unmultiplied coins earned by the team. And their worst game was actually Survival Games, also getting 770 coins, which is exactly what Green got in the previous squad that we just talked about. This team also went on to lose Dodgebolt 2-0, and again, were not the highest scoring team in that event. That team was actually our number 7 pick. The Orange Ocelots of MCC 3 had 22,913 coins, meaning they won by around 250 coins. And again, they also had all 4 players in the top 10, which means 8 of the top 10 were in just 2 teams, which is crazy. The Orange Ocelots consisted of S Major, Shovel, Pizza Hut, and Vicstar. And their best game was Survival Games, in which they got 2,420 coins unmultiplied. Their worst game was actually Big Sales at Build Mart with 916 coins, but they actually got first place in Big Sales. It was just that this team did incredibly well in every game, so that was their worst. This team did go on, in fact, to win Dodgebolt, as you probably guessed, because the last team lost Dodgebolt and they were in the same MCC. Coming in at number 6, we got the Aqua Horses of MCC 2. With a score of 23,449 and 3 players in the top 10, we have Quig, H-Bomb, Minimuka, and Ryguy Rocky. Their best game was Hole in the Wall, where they gained 1,732 unmultiplied coins, which out of all the best games we've got in this top 10, that's actually the second lowest best score. Their worst game was Survival Games, where they gained 1,160. And very interestingly, that's actually the second highest lowest score. So they've got the second lowest high score and the second highest low score. Very interesting. This team did in fact go on to win Dodgebolt 2-0. Lots of clean sweeps in this. Coming in at number 5, it's the Aqua Axolotls, MCC 8. They gained 23,872 coins and had 3 players in the top 10. This team consisted of Quig, Pizza Hut, Smallish Beans, and H-Bomb. Their best game was actually Bingo. It's the first and only time Bingo shows up as the best game in the top 10, with a 2,180 unmultiplied coin score. Their worst game was BattleBox, where they got 985, and they went on to lose Dodgeball 3-2, sadly. Next up with the Orange Ocelots of MCC 6 with 24,246 coins earned. 3 of the players got into the top 10, and the team was Pizza Hut, In the Littlewood, Solidarity, and H-Bomb. Their best game was Big Sales at Build Mart with 2,124 coins earned, their worst game being To Get to the Other Side, where they earned 1,006 coins. This team obviously made it to Dodgeball, but sadly lost 2-1 to the Blue Bats. Coming in at number 3, we have the MCC 9 Blue Bats. 24,258 coins earned, but only 2 players in the top 10 this time. The team was H-Bomb, Fruit Berries, False Symmetry, and Rendog. Their best game was Survival Games, which is the iconic Survival Games. They gained 2,880 unmultiplied coins, and I think went on to set a record for the highest coins earned in a single game, somewhere in the region of 7,000, 7,500. Their worst game was again To Get to the Other Side, where they managed to get 988 coins. This team went on to win Dodgeball 3-2 in a nail-biter of a game. Coming in at number 2, we have very popular MCC 4 Purple, setting the second highest score of all time with 24,342 coins. They had 3 players in the top 10, and I'm sure you already know this team. It was Technoblade, Tommy Innit, Filzer, and Wilbur. Their best game was Skyblockle, where they got 2,570 coins, which is crazy as I believe Wilbur Soot fell off at the start of that game. So kind of insane. And their worst game was Big Sales at Build Mart, where they got 1,216. This team went into Dodgeball and beat the Green Guardians, who had the 9th highest score ever, 2-0 in Dodgeball. And now, coming in at number 1, we have the MCC 7 Green Guardians. It had only 2 players in the top 10, and the team consisted of Pizza Hut, H-Bomb, Erit, and Fwip. Their best game was Sands of Time, where they earned an unbelievably impressive 2,708 unmultiplied coins, making it the highest unmultiplied coins earned in a single game in the top 10. And their worst game was also Big Sales at Build Mart, where they earned 1,072. Now, it's worth mentioning that Big Sales at Build Mart's scores were actually altered. After MCC 6, the scoring was decreased by 10 points per player per build. So had the score still been how it used to be before MCC 6, they would have actually had an even higher score in this instance. And this team did go on to win Dodgeball 3-2 over the Orange Ocelots. And that is it for the top 10 all-time highest scoring teams of MCC. And just in case there was any confusion, the scores that we went through there were multiplied coins. Their end coins were multiplied. The scores per game were unmultiplied coins. And something else that was very interesting, I didn't notice it until just now, but 5 of the top 6 teams had H-Bomb in it. H-Bomb and Pete both feature 5 times in the top 10 scores, which is absolutely insane. It's a testament to how good they are. And this was really fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing the top 10 all-time scoring MCC teams. I will, of course, be making one of these for a season 2 when we eventually get around to it. Also, a huge thank you to MCC Twitter for helping me out with a bunch of statistics, especially Parth, who basically half made this video for me with the stats. So thank you so much to those guys. But for now, I've been Seapeekay, the host. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.